Hello, my lovelies. How you doing? I just sent a tweet about 10 minutes ago asking people to send me some questions for a quick off-the-cuff Twinterview. You did. I haven't looked at them yet. I'm sure they're going to be like crazy. So let's have a look at them and see what happens. I'm down the studio right now, so let's walk into the other room and walk with me, walk with me, walk with me. What a gorgeous sunny day. Look at this. We're in Newport. This is where I recorded the album, actually. So welcome to Control Room Central. Woo woo. Let's do this. Hello and welcome to week 4 of Twinterview. It's been a while and this time we're doing it live straight from Twitter. See what happens. Okay, the first question in just says Serbia, no question mark. So I'll take that to be a statement and not a question. I don't know anything about Serbia either, so I'm not going to comment, apart from it's probably lovely and I'd love to go there. Old Man Freak Boy, a very good friend of mine. Everybody should go and follow Old Man Freak Boy. He's got an amazing radio show in America, and I think probably the only man on planet Earth who owns a radio show to play anything from my experimental electronic album called 9IP. Let's go and check him out. He's an awesome dude. What instrument do you generally start writing songs on? Acoustic, electric guitar, piano, xylophone. Xylophone is what I normally start on. It depends. It totally changes. A lot of the time, I'm a sucker for using my phone, the voice notes on my phone. So mostly when I'm driving, ideas will come to me because I'm not thinking about like songs or anything. And then I've got loads of notes on my phone of just like basically windscreen wiper sounds with rain and me kind of mumbling voice notes to myself on the phone. Like, you know, I sing the tune or the lyric or whatever it might be, and then I give myself like little pointers, like and then the drums go do 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 like that, and then it kicks into the chorus, stuff like that. So I give myself little ideas, and then when I listen back to it and kind of like pour through it like one day and write down which bits are good, which bits are mental. And a lot of my ideas start that way, just with an idea that comes to me, and I put it on the phone. But it can be anything. It can be just noodling on the guitar or the piano, or you know, just in the shower. But normally things just come to my head rather than from an instrument, and then I take it to an instrument to try and figure out what it is and build upon it from there. That's usually the way things go. And then I tend to put together, in terms of like recording and producing, I tend to put together like a dummy track, like a rough mix or whatever, like a pre-production demo, I just on the computer using like MIDI drums and stuff, which sound all crappy, but I know kind of what it's meant to sound like in my head further down the line. So I put together a little demo just so I can kind of see if it works, if it's fast enough, and that sort of thing. So I record the whole album all the way through once in demo form to sort of practice it. And then I can listen back to it and be like, right, that line doesn't work, that, you know, vocal line needs to change, blah blah blah, and then I re-record it all again from scratch and do it properly. So I've got 2 versions of every album I've ever done, including Home and Made in China and Circle and everything. I've got all the demos, which I should like release at some point just for a laugh, so you can hear the difference, the kind of crappy sounding drums and stuff, and then you can hear the recorded version afterwards. So that I tend to do everything kind of the long way around, I guess, because I do everything myself. So I do it all twice, and then I can sort of sit back and assess. So that's that one. Right, next we got what inspires you and what are the things that move you? Anything, to be honest. I mean, like with the first couple of Kaishira records, they were very political and topical. Because I was sort of inspired by things that I was reading and things I was interested in and things I was seeing around the world. But then, as you've noticed, probably on the last couple of records I've done, like Circle and Home, they're much more personal themes. So I tend to just stay true to whatever I'm feeling at the time. I don't tend to try and write about anything in particular. If I want to write a love song like Misfits or something like that, that's what I write, because they all come from a place of truth. And life is a broad tapestry of experience. You know, I've sung a lot about the negative things, you know, and I'm sure I'll come back to those subjects at some point. But you know, life has good and bad in it, and you know, if I'm feeling kind of, you know, lovey and happy and stuff like that, then that's what comes out. You know, it just anything can inspire me, really. It can be something I read in the news, or it can be a sense of wonder that I get sometimes when I just look out at how the majesty of life, you know, friends, family, assholes, anything at all, anything at all. They're the sort of things that inspire me and move me to write and tend to come out expressed. Patrice, your date in life go. Agnes Bookbinder, anything but politics. The best things. The best things, best food, best places, best people, best music, no politics. There we go. Quite strict instructions there for no politics. The best things, best food. Oh, there's so much. There's so much. I'm going through a phase right now, the past couple of years, where I'm really, really healthy. So I eat like vegetarian pretty much like most of the week. I try and get it down to like, twice a week perhaps, where I eat meat still. But I'm doing my best. But I mean, I love all the wrong stuff, man. I love booze, chocolate, cake, burgers, pizzas. I love it all. I love all that stuff. And I'm trying to be healthy and exercise and things like that. So best food for me, man, I don't know, like Indian or Italian. I love it all, man. I love it all. Best places, again, everywhere. I want to see everywhere. I haven't seen enough places. I've been to a lot of places, but I haven't seen them because I've been performing. So we did 10 countries on the last Kaishira tour and didn't really see much of it at all, apart from the one day off that we had on the beach in south of France. That was cool. But I want to see everywhere. I'm trying to get to India. Speaking of India again, I want to try and get to India at the end of this year if I can. And I just want to see as much of this beautiful, amazing planet as I can before I move on. Best people, obviously my friends and family come first. They're the best people in my life, people who I love dearly. But I believe everyone's pretty cool. I'm sure there's a few exceptions. Some people are just beyond beyond help. But most of the people I've met quite a broad section of society, from right at the bottom of the hierarchy, right to the top, rich and poor, of all sort of backgrounds and interests and lifestyles. And I've not met many people that I haven't clicked with, to be honest. Most people are all right. Even the people I disagree with, real hardcore right wingers, are normally just trying to do their best. We just disagree on the path to take, on the road. Best music, mine. Joking, of course. Saskia, how you doing? From the Netherlands. What makes you happy? You do. So let's see what's next. Any life regrets? This has just literally come in from Donna Hanley. Any life regrets, and how do you move through disappointments? Meditation, music, or ice cream? That's an interesting question. I haven't been asked that one before. Ice cream, probably. Any life regrets? Yeah. As I mentioned on the first Twinterview, one of my biggest sort of, not regrets, but something I wish that I'd taken on board much earlier in life is to trust my instinct. Because I'm quite sort of thorough about stuff, especially when it comes to my life and my career and the people around me and things I'm interested in. I take it quite seriously. I make a lot of effort with these things. I work hard at it. So I tend to do my research, and then when I don't then trust my conclusions or my judgments, I tend to just go with what someone else tells me, and then it doesn't pan out. Then I kick myself for not going with what I sort of thought might be the best thing in the first place. So that's probably one thing I guess you could call a regret, but I try not to regret anything, because I think regrets, I think we're all pretty decent, really. We're all doing our best. And I think when you look back on stuff with the benefit of hindsight and the benefit of life experience and wisdom that you accrue through being older, I think when you look back and you judge yourself from that perspective on stuff you did when you didn't have those life characteristics or whatever, I don't think you're judging yourself fairly. So I'm sure that at the time when we do these things that we regret in later life, I'm sure at the time that we do them, we're just doing our best and acting within the best resources that we had at the time. So I try not to be too harsh on myself about stuff that I think is silly now that I did when I was younger. Disappointments is life seems to be full of disappointments, especially in the music business. I've had a lot of disappointments in my time. Record deals and managers and booking agents and tours and money getting nicked from you and all sorts of things, and people promising you stuff that doesn't happen. And this business is rife with disappointments, and it really thickens your skin up, and you kind of can get a little bit cynical sometimes. And so yeah, I'm pretty used to disappointment and quite experienced with disappointment. I think what I try and do now with disappointment is I just try to do everything to the best I can, and then just accept that what happens from there on in is pretty much out of my control. If there's a part of it that I can control, I'll work I'll work 26 hours a day, to do what I can on something. But once it leaves my hands and it's in the hands of a third party, then it's out of my control. So I'm trying not to be too precious about things now and just accept that there's only so much I can do for something. And then when the inevitable disappointment comes, it's not so bad because I was kind of half expecting it anyway. But I do meditate. I started doing transcendental meditation at the start of this year. I did pretty well for like 2 months and I stopped completely and I haven't done it since. But I gotta be honest, when I was doing it I did notice a massive difference, and since I've stopped this past few weeks I've been in that kind of stage again, of just like fast paced, let's go. So I'm trying to I think like I can definitely see the effect that it had when I was doing it, so I'm actually gonna try and get back to that this week if I can and try and stick to it. I haven't failed once. I know the pitfalls to look out for next time, so I'm going to try and see if I can get it right the second time. I do your best. Music, oftentimes, yeah, but sometimes I take a break from music because obviously I do a lot of music. So it's nice to kind of have a break from that too. To sort of like chill out and unwind, it probably wouldn't be music. It would be like movies or a book or going out or exercising or socializing or whatever, or just getting steaming drunk. And ice cream, of course, but only on cheat days. Well, I think that's probably enough for now. I sent a tweet out about 10 mintes ago, and they're all saying, give me a subject quick, we're going to do it. And they're all the ones that came in immediately. So thanks for you guys for doing that quick off the cuff there. We'll do another one. I want to try and do one like we did on the bullying thing, where we discuss one subject for like the entire thing, and it'd be wicked then to sort of like see what you guys think about it and leave your comments and sort of like explore that issue. It's fun doing these kind of quick ones, but it's I think it's kind of interesting to explore like one subject in depth as well. So send over your ideas with the hashtag Twinterview for some interesting topics and what your thoughts are on it, and maybe on the next one we'll do that. And hope you've enjoyed. I hope you're all really well. Thank you so much for staying in touch, and you're all amazing, and all of your amazing support is what I meant to say. Loads of stuff coming soon. There's a new video coming out and lots of other cool stuff as well. So stay posted, stay cool. Love you loads. See you soon. Have a great day. Mwah.